So let's move on. Now, you just click down here to move on to another screen. Now, I've said to my client, okay, now you know how to do the breathing. Now let's move to one of the games, and we're going to start you out at an easy level, and you're going to get to different levels in the game. Actually, you can go to any level in the game whenever you want to, but I try to start them out with something really easy. Now, one of the easiest things for them to do is the juggling balls. Okay, and you have to wait for the instructions. So I usually let the instructions play.
Laugh, shout, or imagine a time when you were bursting with energy. Once the balls are high in the air, practice lowering them back down by slowing your breath and using calming, relaxing thoughts before you proceed to the next step. When you're finished,
so you're doing that.
Click the I'm finished here button.
And when people see this, that the balls are moving according to them, they're impressed. So if I have a client who, like an adolescent boy, who does not want to do this and doesn't think there's anything to this, then I might start them out with the juggling balls rather than the feedback screen, because they don't really believe that this can work. Okay, now try breathing really fast and see what happens. Take some deep breaths. See? Okay, there you go.
Off the screen.
They usually love this. It's really cool. Now see if you can slow them down, because it's a lot easier to get them started than it is to slow them down. So you have to slow your breathing really far down. Okay, usually they won't be able to do that. And that gives me an excuse to put them back on the biofeedback screen. I say, okay, you can't slow down those balls. So let's go back. You did pretty well there. You're slowing them down a little bit. Look at that. They're coming down. Very good. Okay, so if they can't slow them down, we'll just click on this. We'll go back to the biofeedback screen. And I'll say, okay, you have to practice breathing a little bit more.
How do you get back to the biofeedback screen?
I'll show you.
This little icon.
Yeah, this icon down here. It's a little bit, this. See that?
Okay.
That's actually a link.
So that's where you went to first to get those two screens.
So I say, okay, let's go back to the biofeedback screen here. I want you to really practice breathing with that butterfly. Keep your breathing steady and slow. Try to bring in as much oxygen as you can with each breath, and to let out as much oxygen as you bring in.
Do you talk with them about breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth? No?
No.
How come?
Well, because it doesn't seem to make that much difference, and it's a little more complicated. I think it's harder for people to think about that. I try to keep it simple. Okay, see, look how big these peaks and valleys are now. You like to see those nice big peaks and valleys. You see your stress level is going down. Okay, so after I do that, then usually I start them out with, you click on breathing, because breathing, these are a lot of the easiest ones. And what I recommend is that you go home and you really go through all of them and see what they're all about. Now, anyone that has a head in it, this is going to be a lecture, okay? So you really are probably not going to want to do that, because that's going to be a 15 or 20-minute lecture in your therapy session. You don't need that. You can do your own lectures. So anyone that doesn't have a lecture, like this one, and anyone that doesn't have a head in it, okay? These are the actual games, okay? So you're probably going to want to focus on those. Some of them are much more engaging than others. So this breathing tree one, I almost always start out with this because it's relatively easy to do. Most people can do this and find it, be successful with it. That's not true for all of the ones.
Inhale for a count of 5.
So in this one, you're breathing with the tree. The tree expands and contracts.
Continue slowly and deeply until the staircase takes
Just like with the
shape.
butterfly, breathe with the tree.
This breathing technique has a calming and centering effect on the body. Okay, so you got your first step there. Just
continue with your breathing, and you're going to see a pathway appear.
I did this one in the journal.
It takes about 5 minutes. And then you have to, I use kind of like a little bit of relaxation instruction while they're doing the exercise. So if you've ever done progressive relaxation with your clients, this is exactly the same thing. You give them suggestions to breathe slowly and deeply. You'll find your body relaxing. You'll find it easy to watch the tree. And then I also frequently give instructions on how they can use these skills at home while they're doing the exercise. So I'll say, you know, the next time you're angry and upset, practice breathing just like you're doing here with the tree, and you'll find that you can actually calm yourself down within a relatively short period of time. So you're actually giving them a suggestion on how to handle a situation where they're having problems with affect regulation while they're doing the exercise. And that's very helpful because some of them will frequently go home and do this. There, you did it, see?
You were fast.
Yeah, that was very fast. Very good. You must practice breathing at home.
In the car while I'm driving.
Okay, there you go. It shows. Okay, now let's just go through a couple more. Okay, the easy ones to do, and I would try to start out with these. The breathing ones usually have cues the clients can use to regulate their breathing. Okay.
Like the tree.
The
or
tree.
butterfly.
And this one has a butterfly in the bottom here. This one can be a little harder.
Let your breath fall into
I'm just going to go through what they are. This one,
Are there levels within each one?
no, they're all the same. They all take about between 3 and 5 minutes. Okay, so the golden horn is probably the one you want to do next because it's one of the easiest ones to do. So you breathe with the seeds going up and down.
This focused use of breath will help clear your mind of other distractions. Use the hard breath
When you
and
breathe with
match your
what?
breathing
The
to
seeds.
rise
See how the
and
seeds are going up and
fall
down?
of seeds.
So when you breathe in, the seeds go up, and when you breathe out, they go down. See that? The other thing to watch is this little flower, because with each of the horn sounds, you will see another petal on the flower. And kids absolutely adore that. They think that's the coolest thing ever. And plus it gives you an idea about how many more you need to get before you'll get to the end of the task. So, golden horn, then after the golden horn I usually go to the ivory heart.